So we got to go ahead and talk about this whole situation involving QTCinderella, who during a live stream was trying to sit there and say that she's not responsible or can't be held accountable to her having some type of racist, homophobic, or even transphobic friends.
I'm not going to change, though. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you guys say, I won't believe it. Because at the end of the day, if I'm around a racist person, I'm just not racist. I'm not. Me, I am not. They are, yes. But how am I supposed to help them ever? By cutting them off? No. Like, I get it. You guys can think in black and white, but that's not how it works over here. Even some of the clips I've seen, I feel so irresponsible for my own wording. I really do. And I'm sorry for that. I watched it back. I understand why it was hurtful. I've read the comments, believe it or not. I have gotten a lot of feedback. I've reached out to people personally, obviously, that may or may not have been affected by this. I just, wanted to make sure. But I watched it back and I understand even the tone of my voice is very flippant and defensive. And I understand that that's a problem. I've always struggled with my tone of voice. It's like a persistent problem of mine, as well as articulating my thoughts correctly.
Now, of course, this wasn't the only thing she had to apologize for, because there was a fraudulent slip of the tongue in regards to a VOD that she had on her Twitch stream. And she was telling somebody who was talking about re-uploading part of the VOD or the whole VOD to Twitter. And this is what she has said.
Someone said that there's someone uploading my VOD onto Twitter. Is that what you said? If you could send my mod the username, I will happily send them a cease and desist. Or you can give them a heads up for me. Or if they're watching this right now, I will sue you. I'm not afraid of doing that. So if you could link that Twitter account to my, that's a money waste. It's not, actually. It's like relatively cheap for me. I'm happy to spend $500 to prove a point. When I have a VOD unlisted and I choose not to upload it to make money for myself, you're not allowed to take advantage of the content that I am creating, that you are doing nothing for, without my permission. There's lots of people that do it with my permission, but again, let me know the second you have that Twitter account. And I will send it over to my lawyer right now.
Beg your damn pardon. They did not see the camera. It's a camera and a microphone.
Conception about DMCA strikes. Since the VOD was deleted, I did a singing stream after. I've been wanting to do a singing stream. If you watch me, you know that. And whenever I do singing streams, I delete the VOD because I'm embarrassed of my singing. And I started the singing stream, and I sang some of my unreleased music. I sang 3 of my unreleased songs, and then people were threatening to upload that. And so, yes, admittedly, I was on edge and I was being a bitch about that. And I recognize that even saying this now, that might happen, that people might upload my unreleased songs. But I wanted to clear the record, and I was only thinking of my music being released. But I understand how that's being perceived now, as QT is, copy striking anyone that posted the convo. I'm not. I've not sent out one coffee strike. If and even if you uploaded my music now, I don't know if I'd do anything. So that's it sucks that that's where it went. I have, you know, I even went into my mod Discord the second it happened, and I said, if you see anyone upload my music, let me know. That's what it was about. It was about my music.
So wait. Let me get this straight. On one hand, you didn't feel like you're responsible for your friends being racist and homophobic, when in fact you are. Now, it's one thing if you have a parent who is like that, or a cousin or a brother or anybody else. It's harder to really like separate yourself from that unless they do something to where it just crosses a line to where you have to burn that bridge. Because a lot of people, they do typically tend to pick themselves over their family because of certain things, like how they live their life, who they date, etc., etc. You get the idea. Maybe that would be a separate conversation for a different day to have. But as far as it goes with your friends, you know what you're doing when you align yourself with certain people. Now, if her friends made some type of racist, homophobic, and transphobic comments on their own platform and she still decided to be friends with them, then hey, that's what you signed up for at the end of the day. It's like one of the things, you know what type of time they're on, so you can't really act surprised. And when people hold your feet to the fire, you're like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have said that. No, you know what you were doing. Now, the second piece of this, you wanted to send out DMCA strikes to people who were clipping your stream where you were singing. Now, the way the clip is clipped up, it made it seem like that if anybody was taking any clip from any one of your streams and repurposing it to Twitter, some type of DMCA course of action. And I can understand she worked hard, you know, to put time and effort into her music. But when you go live, there's nothing that is safe from you getting clipped, whether you're singing unreleased music or not. So you can't go out of your way to send some type of cease and desist to people who are out here clipping you singing on stream, and they'll just post it on Twitter. Hell, it probably already exists. As many clip pages that exist on Twitter, you can't stop everybody. Now, granted, she may have took accountability eventually and apologized, but you only apologized because you realized it was getting too hot in the kitchen for you to cook. She probably didn't think people was going to be on her ass the way that they were, and here we are. And typically 9 times out of 10, you would think that QT is one of them people that stays out of trouble, but here we are. This one of them rare moments where you see somebody who stays out of trouble, gets into trouble, and it ends up leading to one big old mess. But with that being said, y'all let me know what you think about this mess in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.